Hello, 6th standard Cbse children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. I hope you are doing well and you are following the videos. So far, we are doing it. And today we are going to do chapter 2, components of food. First lesson we have learned as food. Where does it come from? And another lesson we have learned chapter 7. Getting to know plants. I hope you have received all these videos. You have understood also. Is it not? And today we are going to do chapter 2, components of food, part 1. Okay, and this is video number 9. I hope you are following. Now we have learned food. Where does it come from? Is it not? That we have learned it as one of the keywords, as we say, ingredients, and then food items that we are eating in our day-to-day life. And that ingredients, in what way it is taken as plant source or animal sources. I hope you remember all that. Just to recollect. Right? Today, this components of food, we come across the components as first carbohydrate. First carbohydrates, and then protein. Proteins, and the third one is fat, and fourth vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals. So these are the food components that we are eating in different form, mainly as plant and animal sources. I hope you understand. Then this carbohydrate, it is considered as energy yielder. It is energy producing food. Fat, protein, they are forming building blocks. They are forming building blocks. And the fat also energy producers. I hope you understand. Then vitamins and minerals, they are required in very minute quantities, but they play a very major role, important and major role. Their requirement is only very little. So these are vitamins and minerals, and they are mainly needed for metabolic activities. Vitamins and minerals needed for metabolic activities. I hope you understand. Now, first one, carbohydrate. It is the main source of energy, and it gives energy. It is taken as plant sources, mainly from rice and wheat. Rice and wheat are the main sources of carbohydrate yielding energy. Right? Now, this carbohydrate, it is formed of the combination carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And it is in the form of glucose. It is in the form of glucose. Right? That on further synthesis, it becomes fructose and starch. It becomes fructose and starch. In lower classes, you have learned that starch is prepared by the green plants by the process of photosynthesis. I hope you remember. 5th standard you have learned, is it not? And that starch, it is in the form of mainly rice and wheat. I hope you understand. So the components, the content of carbohydrate, it is composition of carbohydrate. It is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Clear? Now the given food sample, if you are given a food item and say for example, you are given a bowl of rice and then bowl of dal. A bowl of rice and bowl of dal. In that, you are asked to identify which this bowl of dal and bowl of rice, it is called sample, food sample. Okay, so you are asked to identify in which given food sample may contain starch. For that, we can perform an experiment. Okay, and that is called starch iodide test. That is known as starch iodide test. Okay, so now we take a bowl of rice, right? And then another bowl of dal. And it should be boiled water. Only then it will give reaction. Okay, and now you add iodine solution. Drop of iodine solution. Add drop of iodine solution. Okay. Now the sample which contains starch will turn blue-black in color. That is the characteristic feature of the starch. Okay. So now here, when we are adding, this rice will become blue-black in color. Rice will become blue-black in color, showing the presence of starch. I hope you understand. So this is the starch iodine test that we will have it for practical also. So you may be asked to write this starch iodine test in the given form to be recorded in your observation notebook. But you will have the title as A, materials required. A, materials required. Procedure and inference. In physics and chemistry, we will write as result, but here we have to write as inference. Okay, so this is procedure, then observation, and last inference. I hope you understand. You have subheading A to test the presence of starch in the given food samples. Today I have given two food samples, one as rice, another as dal. So you can have it as food sample A, food sample B. I hope you understand. So I repeat, you can note down if you want. The given, to test the presence of starch in a given food samples A and food sample B by starch iodide test method. We will write as starch iodide test method. Okay. Then materials required. What are all we need? A bowl with the food sample, rice and dal, and then we need iodine solution, and then drop the iodine the sample and then drop it. Okay, now these are the materials required. Now what procedure we will write? As first take the food sample A and food sample B. Food sample A is rice, food sample B dal. Then add a drop of iodine solution in both the food samples and then observe the changes. That is procedure. Right? Then observation. In the given food sample A, the rice turns into blue-black in color, and then food sample B dot, there is no characteristic change. You use the word characteristic change. I hope you are following. There is no characteristic change. A characteristic change or no, because the food sample dollar when the iron is landed, there will be some color change. But it is not sure of the starches. So there are some changes occurred, but it has no significant value, important value. So we write there is no characteristic change. I hope you understand. So we say the observation in the given food sample A, rice, it turns blue-black in color, and in food sample B dot, there is no characteristic change. I hope you understand. And then you will give a table, observation period, you have to give a table on the opposite side. Okay, as do like this. Food sample A, food sample B. We will write this way. Food sample here the food sample. First column, food sample. Here, observation. Here, observation and inference. Okay, you get the tabular column like this. And food sample A, food sample B. What do you observe? Food sample A turns blue-black in color. Blue-black color. Here you will write there is no characteristic change. Okay. So here inference, presence of starch. Presence of starch. Here under absence of starch. Presence of starch, absence of starch. That way you have to fill it up. Okay. Then inference you will write as the food sample A rice turns into blue-black color on adding iron solution. The given sample A contains starch. Right? And this I will give you this food test in the QB and also while writing the observation notebook that you will just follow it. Are you clear? Now in our textbook it is given as first a meal could consist of ingredients what we have learnt. A meal could consist of chapati, dal and brinjal curry. And that we have learnt it as to identify ingredients in the first lesson. Then it may be rice and sambar with the vegetable. That also you have to identify the ingredients. That is the first experiment. In our textbook that is given. Sure. Then this table 2.1 region, as we learned in chapter 1, there are varieties of food items eaten by the people all over the world. For example, when we take India, in South India, we follow certain food habit, that food component that we are eating. But the same will not be eaten by people in Punjab and Jammu Kashmir. Is it not? So that food variety will change from region to region. That's the thing. So Punjab, what type of food item they are eating, Andhra Pradesh, what they are eating. In the table, you just follow. I hope I am clear. Then, what do different food items contain? And the whole content, what we are learning it as carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals, they form the food components. I hope you understand. The ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. The ingredients that contain some components that are needed by our body, and these components are called nutrients. These components are called nutrients. Page 8 and 9 in our textbook. I hope I am clear. These components, nutrients, are forming major nutrients as carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition to these, food contains dietary fibers and water. Dietary fibers, normally we use the term roughage. Certain food items, vegetables, especially these, what is that? It will not be digested easily. Carbohydrates, certain items will not be digested easily, and that is called roughage. And these food items, they have normally in some animals, they are called ruminants. That we will study in the end of the lesson. Ruminants, they can eat grass. They are called grass-eating animals, and they can digest the cellulose easily, whereas humans cannot digest the cellulose easily. So they have to take dietary fibers. I hope I am clear. So along with these food components, dietary fibers and water are also needed by our body. Then all these food contain these nutrients? Not at all, not necessary. So we can find some test. We can find the presence of these food items. Present or not, we can do some food test. That is called food test. So this test for presence of carbohydrate, protein and fat are simpler to do as compared to test for other nutrients. I hope you understand. So here, say for example, what actually we can have rice and dal. So this is the page 9 per. This is test for starch. Now in the booklet, Bujo, Peri and Bujo children, the two boy and girl, they will ask doubt. And the Bujo and Peri, they are doing the food test. And they have taken potato as starch content. Dal badal potato they have taken potato as a starch content. I hope you follow this. So this is test for starch, right? And this we will just follow it up as we are doing it. Okay. So now let us begin by testing different food items whether they contain carbohydrate. Okay. And we have taken rice. Instead, in the textbook, potato lab potato. Okay. So there are many types of carbohydrate as they are forming starch and sugar. So usually starch and sugar, they are glucose, sugar, starch, and then next are the starch. Okay. So this carbohydrate, they are in the form of starch and sugars. I hope you understand. So this is test for starch, right? And then quantity of food item or raw ingredient. Potato na raw ingredient. Rice na you have to powder it. Raw purchase we have to powder it. That's quick result. Put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution. Observe if there is any change in the color of the food item. And detect the blue black that you have to identify. You have to observe. Right? A blue black color indicates that it contains starch. And repeat this test with another food item to find out which of these contain starch. So, other test. If it is potato, we textbook use so potato will turn blue black in color. Rice sample potato sample. I hope you understand. So this is the test for starch. Right? The next one, it is test for fat. One minute. Another one is test for fat. Test for fat. What are the fat items can you guess? I am sample first lesson. What are the food items for fat content? As all oily substances. All oil ingredients, they are fat items. But to find the test for starch, you can do as sometimes some people will apply more oil in their head. Otherwise, you take a piece of paper, and then you add, what is it? You take a piece of paper, then add a little, just drop of iodine. 1 minute. Just add drop of iodine. Just you take a small piece of paper like this. Then add a drop of oil. Then smudge it. That. Okay? Just allow it to spread. And then see under the light like this. You see under the light like this, it looks it is called translucent. It looks called translucent. The paper that is called translucent, showing the presence of fat. I hope I am clear. So, you have to write procedure like this. A. Materials required. Procedure, observation, inference. In what way? As you need to test the presence of fat in the given food sample. We'll just continue. We'll continue. Test for fat. A. To test the presence of fat in the given food sample. Today sample oily substance very simple. Materials required. Paper with a smudged oil, and then bulb with the light temperature should be available. Right? Now you take a paper smudged with oily substance, then crush it. See that it is not dying. Right? And then you just spread the paper and see under the light like this. See, show that oil paper like this. The light you see will be என்ன சொல்றது translucent சொல்லுவாங்க. very light இருக்கும் ஆனா clear தெரியாது due to this oily appearance. That is called translucent. I hope you follow. Then we will write observation. The oily paper appears translucent stagnation. So you will write sample A. Observation. Appearance of translucent paper. Inference showing the presence of fat. I hope you follow this. So this is the test for fat. The next one is the structure as protein. Now we say this carbohydrates and fat, they are energy giving food. Carbohydrates and fat are the energy giving food. In that, fats are more energy giving food than the carbohydrates. But carbohydrates are the prominent one. I hope you understand. The next one, the food component, it is protein. Now proteins are the building blocks we say. Normally, the food that we are eating, it will, the energy that we are gaining and the energy that we are spending is mainly carbohydrate and fat. Whereas protein, it is called building block. The food that we are eating, it is helpful in growing and repair of tissues. It is protein. Okay, it is forming, building and that is growing and repair of tissues. Okay, so that forms the importance for protein. So proteins are the building blocks of food, and it is mainly as amino acids. Protein building block, it is formed of amino acids. Amino acid. Okay. Now this building block has amino acid. Amino acid as food sources are mainly pulses and grams. Protein food sources are pulses and grams. These are the main sources. Mainly the patani, avarekkai, pataniga, thoram paruppu idella solluva. Adellame protein sources. Vedkala solluva. Adu protein sources. Non-veg the egg is the hen's egg is the protein sources. I hope you understand. Now we have learned starch iodine test method for identifying carbohydrate and then test for fat, and now we are going to do test for protein, and that test for protein, it is called Biuret test. Test for protein, it is called Biuret test. So yeah. Now aim to test the presence of protein in a given food samples by Biuret test method. In order to test the presence of protein in a given food samples A and B by Biuret test method. I hope you understand. Then materials required. Materials required. We need test tubes. Test tube பார்த்திருக்கீங்க நம்ம லேப்ல எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் பண்ணும்போது காட்டுவேன். Test tube நம்ம ஸ்கூல் லாக்டவுன் முடிஞ்சோடனே test tube stand. Test tube stand. Then food sample sample வேணும்ல அதுல பண்ணுவோம். Put samples and then Biuret solution. It is called Biuret solution. Another reagent Biuret solution and sodium hydroxide. And simple or chemistry symbols for elements. Another sodium hydroxide. And sodium OH sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. Solution. The crystal we have to make solution. Okay, so we say test tube stand, put samples A and B, put samples A and B, Biuret solution, sodium hydroxide, and the formula sodium hydroxide, copper sulfate. Copper sulfate and CuSO4. Chemistry elements. Okay. Sodium hydroxide, copper sulfate. These are the materials required. Okay. Now procedure. First, you take the food samples A in one test tube and test food sample B in another test tube. Now food sample A, I am just taking salt water. And food sample B, I am taking solution with the egg white. Protein sample and the egg white. Egg white and the hence and the liquid portion white. And that is egg white. That sample I will take in test tube B. Alright. So this is sample A, sample B. Right? And this test tube, you will keep it in the test tube stand. That you will keep it in test tube stand. Right? Now we make the solution dilute, and then first you add NaOH with the food sample and sodium hydroxide. The egg white precipitate the tide clear solution that egg white while adding NaOH it will become a clear solution. So we have added food sample plus NaOH. Okay, sample plus NaOH. Right? Then you add copper sulfate solution drop by drop along the sides of the test tube. You need filter or dropper. The dropper. The dropper and the filler filler the dropper drop by drop you have to add copper sulfate solution. Right? Copper sulfate solution as drop by drop we have to add. When we add slowly along the sides of the test tube, the sample which contains protein will turn purple in color. Whereas this copper sulfate color blue color in the sample. Whereas sample with the protein will turn purple in color. I hope you understand. That shows the presence of protein. So what observation you will write? Observation sample A, no characteristic color change. Sample B, it turns purple in color. Appearance of purple color in sample B, showing the presence of protein. And you have to fill up the table on the opposite side. So, food sample A, no characteristic change. Characteristic change. Absence of protein. Absence of protein. Whereas here, appearance of purple color. Appearance of purple color. Presence of protein. Appearance of purple color. Here, presence of protein. So, in students, we will write as the given sample, given food sample B shows purple color, that confirms the presence of protein. I hope you understand. So, this is the test for protein by Biuret test method. Okay. So, we have learned 3 tests. One is test for carbohydrate by starch iron test method. Then test for fat. And third one, test for protein by Biuret test method. I hope you understand. See here is a test for protein. The pine test tube, both your test tubes is adding copper sulfate solution. I hope you understand. So here, take a small quantity of food item for testing. And if you want to test it solid or liquid, we have to smash it and make it as a solution. But here, we are taking it as egg white, it is a solution. Then, using a dropper, add 2 drops of sodium hydroxide, that is caustic soda. Sodium hydroxide is caustic soda. Sodium hydroxide is caustic soda. Sodium hydroxide is caustic soda. Then you add shake well and with the sample and the caustic soda or sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate along the sides of the test tube. A violet or purple color will appear that indicates the presence of protein. Purple color violet one yeah. Nama bookla violet. A violet color indicates the presence of protein in the given food. We say purple or violet. Purple or violet color will show the presence of protein. I hope you understand. So this is test for protein. Now all these food items, carbohydrates mainly provide energy to our body. Fats are also give us energy. In fact, fats give more energy compared to the same amount of carbohydrate. So, the food containing fats and carbohydrate, they are called energy giving food. They are called energy giving food. And in our textbook, page 11, these are the carbohydrate sources and these are the fat sources. I hope you understand. And then, bottom one has some sources of fat are the plant sources and animal sources. These are fat, plant sources, these are all animal sources. Are you clear? So fat, carbohydrate nama textbook level sweet potato, sugarcane, papaya, watermelon, mango, maize, bajra, rice and wheat. Are you clear? I repeat: sweet potato, sugarcane, papaya, watermelon, mango, maize, bajra, rice and wheat. These are the carbohydrate sources. Are you clear? Then food item with the fat. Plant sources are sunflower oil, mustard oil, coconut oil and soybean oil. Coconut oil, mustard oil, sunflower oil and soybean oil. Whereas animal sources: meat, ghee, milk, butter, cream, egg and fish. These are sources of animal for fat. Animal sources for fat. I hope you understand. Are you clear? So this is as important and functions of carbohydrate, fats and protein. Whereas plant sources of protein, they are all gram varieties. முளத்தம்பருப்பு, துவரம்பருப்பு, கடலைப்பருப்பு, வேர்க்கடலை, soybean, பட்டாணி எல்லாமே plant sources of protein. Whereas animal sources: milk, fish, meat and paneer. Milk, fish, meat and paneer. These are the animal sources. And so proteins are body builders. We say body building foods are proteins. Are you clear? So this is what components of food as carbohydrate, protein, fat and vitamins and minerals. So yeah, and we will continue this vitamins and minerals in the next video session. And following this, now we will next video session we will have all these picture presentation that will be continuing the next video session. Have a nice day. Have a good day. Go through the lesson. Thank you.